Okay, so let's talk about impression. When you have an impression, it means that you get an idea. Okay? What does it mean when you get an impression?
It means you get an idea.
You get an idea. Okay, so let's talk about that word. If I said, I have the idea that it might rain, what's another way I could say that?
I have the impression
I have the impression
it's going to rain.
that it might rain. What might give me the impression that it's going to rain?
Maybe
How could I get the impression that it might rain? What would I see in the sky that would tell me that it might rain?
cloud.
Clouds. Does that mean it is going to rain?
No.
No, it means that I get the impression that it's going to rain. Okay? So let's do these sentences. Do that first one for me.
I get the idea that
The test.
the test will be hard.
Okay, how can I reword that sentence?
I get the impression
I get the impression
that the test will be hard.
Now, what might give you the impression that the test would be hard? Think about if you walk into a room and your classmates are already taking the test. What might give you the impression that the test is hard?
Because they're already done with the test and you hadn't got it yet, and then you have to do it and you can't
Okay? If you walk in and they're all going, oh, would that give you the impression that the test was hard?
yes.
Okay. Does that mean for sure that the test is hard?
No.
It just means that you have the impression that it's hard. All right? Let's do this one.
He got the impression
Impression.
the coach liked me.
Okay, he got the impression that the coach liked him. Okay? Ooh, I spelled that wrong. What's something that might give you the impression that a coach likes you?
He's nice to
He's nice to you. If the coach says, hey, how you doing? You might get the impression that he likes you. Now, we know that he would like you anyway. But just because you get the impression, does that necessarily mean it's true?
No.
No. Do this last one for me.
She gave the impression that dinner would be good.
So, let me ask you this. Say I'm cooking you dinner and I say, oh, guess what we're having for dinner?
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti? Okay. Would that give you the impression, by the way I'm acting, would that give you the impression that it was going to be good? Does that mean that it is going to be good?
Yeah.
Well, it may not be, but it gives you the idea or the impression that it's going to be good because I'm acting all excited about what I've cooked. So, when there's a fire, the animals will try to escape. Okay? They will try to get away from the fire. So, normally animals will hunt for their food. Okay? They also, a lot of animals will fight each other. Like if you were looking at, say, let's just say a wolf and a deer, okay? Normally a wolf might try to attack a deer. But when there's a fire, they're not going to be fighting. They're both going to be doing what?
Running beside each other?
They could be running beside each other. It would not be unusual to see a deer and a wolf running beside each other instead of fighting each other to do what?
Get away from the fire.
To get away from the fire. They are in what we would call survival mode.
They're basically teaming up.
Okay, what are they trying to do? If they're
Get away from the fire.
to do what? Why are they trying to get away from the fire?
So they can survive.
So they can survive. Good. So they will be in survival mode and trying to get away.
The grandmother
The grandmother
in the Brown family.
in the Brown family. Now I've tried to trick you here, and I probably should have told you this up front. I'm not going to end it over here anymore. Wherever it ends, so you'll have to carry it over.
Gave the impression
Good. Gave the impression
that she was very mean.
that she was very mean. Okay? What word do you want to pick out in there?
See, the grandmother in the brown. No. The grandmother in the impression.
Okay, let's try that. Now read it.
The grandmother in the Brown family gave the impression that she was very mean.
Okay, so we know from the text that she gave the impression that she was mean. What can we infer?
That she was bossing them around, telling them what to do.
Well, she may have been. But can we infer that she might not have been so mean? Because we focused on, she gave the impression that she was very mean. So,
Number 2.
please.
She was always
Oh, you're already going to claim your word. Okay, she was always
ordering the Browns.
the what?
Ordering the other Browns around.
Good, and I like how you didn't fall for that because I didn't end it right there, did I? Okay?
And
Okay, you want to do that one by itself? Okay, and
the other Browns
the other Browns
did a lot of yelling.
did a lot of yelling. All right, now go back and read it just
Because
the way we
there's a
did.
period.
Okay? Go back and read it just like that.
She was always ordering the. She was always
Hang on.
She was always.
Try it one more time. She was
always ordering the other Browns around, and the other Browns did not yell. Did a lot of yelling.
okay. Try it one more time.
She was always ordering the other Browns around, and the other Browns did a lot of yelling.
Okay, good. So with your word always, she was always ordering the other Browns around. What word does that make you think of?
She always tells them what to do.
She's always telling them what to do. Can we tie that back to this sentence up here where
No.
we can't?
Yeah.
If she's always ordering them around, why might they get the impression that she was very mean? Would you get the impression that she was mean? If she's always ordering them around. It also said, and the other Browns did a lot of yelling. What kind of impression would you get from that?
Make them stop yelling.
Okay, you might try to make them stop yelling, but what impression would you get? If you know that they're yelling too, what impression would you get of the other Browns?
That she's super mean.
I'm talking about this part right here. The other Browns, not grandmother, because we know that grandmother's always ordering them around, but they're doing a lot of yelling. The other parts of the Browns, they're doing a lot of yelling. So what impression do you get of them?
They're mean.
So they might be mean too.
There's one thing
There's one thing
you have to say
you have to say
about the Browns.
about the Browns.
They were the best
They were the best what?
hunters.
Okay. Oh, you're already claiming your word. I love it. They were the best hunters.
That ever came to Toadsville.
Okay, so are you going to do that ever came or that ever came to Toadsville?
That ever.
Okay, good. I like it like that. That ever came to Toadsville. Okay, now go back and do it one more time.
There's one thing you have to say about.
Hang on. I want you to scoop it really good for me.
There's one thing you have to say about the Browns. They were the best hunters that ever came to Toadsville.
Good. Okay, so if we know from the text that they were the best, right? What can we infer? If they were the best, how many other hunters came to Toadsville? Okay? Now the text didn't, more than one. So the text didn't say that there were a whole bunch of hunters, right?
But
We can infer, because we put emphasis on the word, they were the best hunters that ever came to Toadsville. We know that there was probably more than just them.